once the spacesuit suddenly turns white. It signifies a life-threatening crisis inside the body. The boy quickly opens his palm to check, and sure enough, there is a mutated leech firmly attached to the back of his hand. When he forcefully shakes it off, the wound on his hand has already started to turn black. Soon after, his face begins to swell, and his vision becomes blurry. He hurriedly seeks help from his father, but his father across from him remains calm and collected. The boy quickly takes off the emergency kit strapped to his back, rummaging to find the first treatment syringe and injects it into the area near his heart. Then his father instructs him to inject the second one. With the successful injection of the second syringe, the boy finally escapes the crisis. However, looking at his son's sleeping face, the father shows no sign of relaxation, because on Earth 1,000 years later, the temperature difference between day and night is extreme, and even plants have activated their self-protection mechanisms. If his son cannot find the geothermal area before nightfall, there will be no chance of survival. Fortunately, as the spacesuit returns to its original color, the son finally awakens from his coma. Only then does the father breathe a sigh of relief and begin to guide him toward the geothermal area, which is 10 kilometers away. Soon, they arrive at their destination before nightfall. However, Jaden suddenly discovers that 2 bottles of breathing liquid have been damaged during their journey. This could likely prevent him from reaching the final destination, but he stubbornly chooses to conceal the truth. For the sake of their lives, he decides to gamble, unaware that his father has already noticed. Suddenly, the night sky is filled with flashes of lightning, and soon it pours rain. Jaden can only seek refuge under a large tree, praying that tomorrow's actions will go smoothly. After all, he is still a child, and in this unfamiliar environment, how could he not feel fear? Fortunately, his father keeps in touch with him, which gradually calms his inner turmoil. Although he cannot be by his son's side, the father endures his injuries and stays awake all night, constantly alerting his son to the dangers around him. Early the next morning, Jaden sets off immediately but encounters a pile of monkey corpses along the way. From the severity of the wounds, it is evident that there must be some terrifying creatures nearby. Therefore, for safety's sake, Jaden can only temporarily change his route, unaware that this decision is leading him to a dead end. Ahead lies a bottomless abyss, and the father has no choice but to expose Jaden's lie.
Why are you not showing me the case?
What?
Show it to me now.
With no other option, Jaden can only comply. According to the computer's display, 1 bottle of breathing liquid can only last for a day. Now, to bypass the cliff and reach the destination will take at least 3.5 days, unless he can accurately jump from the cliff into the waterfall below. If he does that, 2 days will be just enough. But this jump is bound to be fraught with danger. The father can only order the termination of the operation. However, upon hearing this, Jaden becomes unhappy.